Hello and welcome back to the Mayor's Update. We are live broadcasting from the Atrium today.
Yes, and you can see in our background, we're kind of upstairs, but there's a crowd below us. So when you hear cheering and stuff like that, while you go on cue, you know they're really cheering for the Mayor's Update. So,
Absolutely. They love the show and they're just showing a lot of support right now.
Perfect. Well, Grayden, it's been, first of all 4 seasons this week. The weekend was as good as it could possibly be, and then Monday some snow and rain, and yesterday a little more snow and cool, and today back to warm and sunny, and welcome to Canada in April.
100%.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And speaking of that, on the weekend, the weather was phenomenal for the Impact Awards.
Oh, yes. Oh, there's an outdoor tent event and then inside, but what a lovely event. What a great event, both visually and with fantastic people from St. Thomas and district for the Impact Awards. And we should talk about some of our winners tonight. Some of them have been guests on our show.
Actually, last week.
Right. We had Jim Collins on our show last week, and he won an award at the Harvest Hands, and he won an award at the Impact Awards on Friday night. So it was what a lovely place, a fun magician, fantastic food.
Miranda Iam is the keynote speaker, who was phenomenal, brought in by the Royal Bank.
Yeah, and so St. Thomas at its best, St. Thomas at its most gala, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so
Fancy dress.
It was great. Yep.
Hey, and Faye Gallagher is saying that we have great sound. The sound is fab. Glad to hear it.
Yes. All right. We should be here all the time, or we think we have the equipment set up right the way it's supposed to be to give you the sound of the mayor and Grayden actually answering questions properly. So
exactly.
Yeah. What have we got this week? Of course, we're at Business After 5 here at the Atrium, and Elle promises us that she may stop by. They're doing some events downstairs, but come up and talk about the Atrium and share with you. If she doesn't by the end of the show, we'll share a little more for those of you that have never been in the Atrium here on Princess Ave. It is beautiful, right? And a great small business kind of space rental. Really is great. So.
You can see one of the office spaces we're in here, which is very open. We've kind of moved this desk. This desk is not normally right here, but I wanted to kind of show over. This is the second story. You can kind of see over into the main area there, which is super fun with the live wall. Yeah, we have so many events coming up. We've talked about Earth Day. We should talk about it again.
Let's do that because it's coming up this Saturday. This Saturday is Earth Day. And thank you for the applause for Earth Day. It's perfect timing. April 22nd, and there is many things happening. But for you should recognize Earth Day in your own family and explain to family why we recognize Earth Day and why we do it. But we're really there's a number of groups doing neighborhood cleanups and area cleanups, and a great one in the railway lands downtown near the Elgin Railway Museum, right? So perfect. Join up with another group like that, and they have all of the stuff for you. Or start a group of your own with your own family, your own business, your own neighborhood, whatever you might want it to be. You know how beautiful it was last Saturday. I was out walking the Whistle Stop Trail, and it runs through town. And I was out walking this, and I ran walking JoJo.
Yes,
and I ran
the wonder
into a lady
dog
with her dog, and she had a whole bag full of stuff, and she said she does every day. Just walks the trail with the dog and picks up small pieces of litter. And I said, well, thank you very much. That's great. She goes, well, you know what? It seems never ending, but it feels like you make a difference. And so, if you're out walking, take a trash bag with you and do the same thing. Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know there's different service groups. The Rotary Club used to do road cleanups, like you'd kind of adopt a highway and you'd clean up. And I know going along that Highway 3 bypass, there's a lot of stuff along there that could be picked up.
You pick your spot. Be safe where you're going and what you're doing. Pick your spot. You can also notify the mayor's office through Melissa in the mayor's office if you want to. So we'll recognize the people who are doing it, but it's as much to find out what area you're doing and where will you leave the trash bags at the end, so we'll make sure they get picked up quick. and we'll get you the equipment, the trash bags and the gloves and stuff you need to do a pickup. So,
And last year, people got free burgers from Wendy's.
yeah, we're still working on that too, and yes, I expect that will happen. And we're extending the mayor's cleanup stuff all the way through to the 1st of June.
Incredible.
There's another litter pickup day that the province has in the middle of May, and we have Earth Day in April. We thought, let's start with Earth Day and work our way all the way through, cleanup, because it's still, as we saw, last weekend was fantastic, but we never know what type of weather we're going to get in April. So we want you all out, and hey, it doesn't stop you from doing it every day in April if that's what you want to. Perfect.
And apparently, there's more snow coming. Is that still true, or has that changed? There was hail yesterday.
Weathermen can lie and get away with it. They're not like politicians.
Yeah.
What questions do we have? Hey, hi, Beth. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Amy. Hi.
And this is Amy.
Amy Collins. She was with us last week, but she didn't come on air. She kind of hid.
She was
in the
BTS,
background.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But a powerhouse.
Oh no, we know who's getting things done. All right, so great. We're looking for any questions, any city questions. We had city council this week may have set a new record for shortest council meeting. It was under 15 minutes, and we had a little short closed session afterwards. But look, we still passed the stuff we had to get done. There's some CIP grants that came out and some other things, but sometimes there just isn't anything on the agenda, and so we got through it pretty quick. So I don't have much to report on city council business this week.
But there's a survey. There's until the 21st.
Our strategic plan survey is quite important. I was doing a interview with Reuters Press yesterday, and he wanted to know. He said, "I was on your city website, and we're looking at doing a strategic plan. What would a mayor in a community that just got a thing like our Volkswagen plant be doing, planning some more?" I said, that's why we do it, and that's how we got there, because we were following our strategic plan about finding new industrial land, and that's how we got to where we are. But our new strategic plan is about the growth of St. Thomas because we have Volkswagen now. So please go to the city website. It's on the front page. So stthomas.ca, www.stthomas.ca if you want to go that right. And there's, 5 or 6 questions from you, the citizens of St. Thomas, who can share with us what will make our city better. What do you want to see in the next 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years happen to St. Thomas? We're trying to plan the growth, and we can't do it without you. So please come and fill that out. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a comment in here from Beth Douglas. It says, a shout out to the opening of the Central Station on Talbot Street. And the quilt shop has had its first anniversary, and downtown is doing great.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I wandered downtown today. I was heading over to the Angry Bear, who won an Impact Award.
They sure did.
Scott did.
Here tonight as well.
Yeah, and another place where we've had Mayor's Update. I'm thinking we had an influence on these people winning their encore, their Ignite Awards, right? And then I stopped in at Central Station downtown.
Very good.
First of all, they have got some neat new coffee, and I'm trying not to drink coffee right now, but they had some that was like all non-caffeine.
Did you try it?
And way better. I tried it, and it was okay.
How did your nutritionist feel about you trying coffee? Your nutritionist? I thought you weren't supposed to try coffee. Did you break the rules?
It's a caffeine thing I shouldn't be having.
Yeah.
So this is a non-caffeine, so I tried
Oh.
that. And what a beautiful place inside, and some neat events. And CJ and I talked about me doing a comedy event in there for Mental Health Month. And so
very good.
we'll see if we can put that together. I think it'll be fun. But if you haven't stopped in, I know downtown the sidewalks are just open as much as they always were, right? But I started out in front of City Hall today and said, I've got to go across the road.
That's a little bit
How
difficult.
do I do this? So I had to go down the end and around. But you'll find all the stores still have people in them, and it's working well. So please get downtown, help downtown merchants during a time when we're trying to do this construction. And by the way, watching construction workers just
it's incredible.
Get so much done.
Yeah.
Right? And if you didn't see the pictures of the old sewers that they found at the one end of town, this brick oval sewer, more than 100 years old. And so when people wonder, well, geez, why were you ripping up Talbot Street? Well, this is why. I mean, it's still functioning and operating, but we don't know how many more years it would be. Right?
And we had a comment on another street that was ripped up, and the person was saying their partner who was doing that work found wooden sewers.
Yeah. Oh no, and
incredible.
we're not certain what else we will not
Yeah.
might still find downtown, and especially we've got another little section that has to be done yet after this section's done. But I'm quite pleased with the work, how fast they're going. The DDB, the city itself, and all of the merchants are working really hard at letting you know they have a back door or a way to get to their store. Please shop downtown. I mean, right now it's important. And if you're like me, I walked and find my way over to Angry Bear, and then stood and watched construction workers for about 10 or 15 minutes, because you can't walk by a construction site that's like 30 feet below you working away without wondering what they're doing and stand there and
What
watching.
are they finding?
Right?
Yeah.
And people come, Mayor, are you checking up on them? No, I just love watching construction. It was great. What other events do you have?
Oh, we've got a great event coming up on May 1st, and it's to support the downtown. It's run by Railway City Tourism, and it's a scavenger hunt.
Yes. I've been reposting it. It's an app thing where you go on a scavenger hunt in the downtown.
It's called the Railway City Downtown Hunt.
So it happens on the 1st, but you can download now, and it tells you a little bit about what you're going to be doing.
Yep.
And then you go out that day, and yes.
And we just have a message in here from Candice Van Diepen of CVD Photography. She's mentioning that we should talk about the Girl Guide cookies.
Oh, yes. Well, this morning in my office, as early as it could be, because I think Cortland is her daughter's name, and
Like the
she's
apple.
a Girl Guide from Troop 2 here in St. Thomas, and she's my dealer. No, she brings the Girl Guides cookies to the mayor's office, and we got a few cases in there this morning and took some pictures before she could run off to school and still make it almost on time. So, but I understand there is still lots of Girl Guides cookies available. The mayor did not buy all of them, although I did a pretty good
effort
job
based on the
And
photo.
we were handing a bunch of them out today at my business and in City Hall.
We also have an art show that's opening up with Robert Ruby, who's a local artist here. It's called The Mechanics of Meaning, and it's the Public Arts Center from April 15th to June 3rd at the St. Thomas Elgin Public Arts Center, Gallery 1 and 2. And there's an artist reception on May 6th. Highly recommend checking out. Very
Great.
cool
Excellent.
assemblage pieces.
And that's at the end of town where there is no construction going on. So, yeah.
Already been done.
Right.
There's also a rummage sale there on Friday, April 21st from 1 to 8 p.m. And this is at the Arts Center.
I saw that there was a rummage sale at the Art Center, and I thought, okay, do I get to rummage through old art? What is this? I read, no, it's like a real rummage sale, like
Household, kitchen items, antiques, collectibles, furniture, lighting, toys, games,
this
prints,
is a fundraiser
posters.
for the Art Center, obviously.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what a neat way to do it. Right?
Totally.
Oh, I bought a toaster at the Art Center. No one would believe you. No.
We've got a trivia question as well.
Okay.
So, in what year did we see the last of the passenger trains through our Queso station?
Oh, the last year of a passenger train.
The
Okay,
last
we
year
have,
of a
of course, had
passenger train.
tourism trains with PSTR and stuff since, right? Or, and other fun things. But when was the last time a train with passengers went by? All right.
And I'm borrowing this from Ainsley Tracy. She's one of the amazing real estate brokers here in St. Thomas.
Yes.
At isellstthomas.com.
Right.
So,
I spoke at a CARP event. If you don't know what CARP is,
CARP?
because
What's
you're kind
CARP?
of young.
No, I don't know what CARP is.
Canadian
What's-
Association of Retired People.
what?
Right.
People get to retire?
Yeah.
Wow.
At the Senior Center today.
At the
And-
senior center. That's appropriate.
Well, of course, and it worked. But boy, did they ever fill the room. There was me and another fellow who knew a whole lot about how to file your taxes properly and all that. And
wow.
what a great! I learned a lot.
That's always good.
Right, and also became a member of CARP because I'm old enough, I guess. So it was great to be there and great to be at our senior center and see it packed. The whole gym side, large side, was full, and they kept having to bring in more chairs and more chairs. So perfect. Had fun.
Great location. The senior center, you can hold amazing events there. You don't have to be a senior to book it.
No.
This is what people don't seem to understand in St. Thomas. There are a lot of places to hold things. The senior center is a really great one.
Right.
All right, we're still waiting on the answer for what was the year the last passenger train went through the Queso station. It is not 1979, which is the current answer.
Okay, so we're waiting for that answer. And I know. So it's been just one of these super kind of busy kind of weeks, right?
It's been
around.
It's been incredible.
I know you've been with coming off the Ignite Awards on Friday night.
Impact Awards.
Sorry, I keep calling them
The
the
Ignite Awards. There is an award called the Ignite Award.
Who is it?
We're going to focus on the Impact
I'm
Award.
going to send them a bill because I've been advertising for them. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, the Impact Awards on Friday night, and then a beautiful weekend of life in St. Thomas.
Yes.
And then
Dancing with the Stars is coming up.
Oh,
so
yes.
Jess and I had our first practice at the Queso station with our instructor today. It was very, very cool.
So we, Stephanie and I are also involved, and we haven't started at all yet, and we need to.
I tried to convince them to let us do like a comedic routine as opposed to like a formal dance routine because like I don't have enough experience with the dance side to be competitive.
I think I'll find that Stephanie is incredibly good at the dance side, and I am not. I resemble that remark. I am not at all.
Yeah.
So we're trying. We'll come up with some sort of swing routine. Is what we think we're working.
Whoa!
on. So,
Are you going to be throwing her around like up in the air?
Yeah, you know,
hip
twirling.
to hip. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be a real like.
Well, let's see how well this actually works through practice.
And this is a fantastic fundraiser. So make sure you get your tickets ahead of time because the mayor is going to be there, and he's going to be swinging,
that takes
swing
place
dancing
in September. So we have a while to get ready yet. What else is coming up? I know that there is a
Ukrainian
fundraiser for Ukraine on May 30th at the Queso station, and we'll give you more details as we get closer here on Mayor's Update about it. I'm looking for questions. Wait, somebody has an answer here. Is this it?
No, that is not it. That's the same.
Sharon, your answer is not correct.
Not correct.
So Grayden won't tell you how incorrect you are. We give hints.
Oh man, we're going to throw up our sponsors right now.
Great.
Because we want to talk a little bit about CrossFit Elgin again, who is a new sponsor here.
And I'm heading to CrossFit Elgin right as I'm done here. I'm taking. Stephanie works out there a lot. I worked out there. I go there to talk and work out, and we're taking some nutrition classes and stuff because I don't know if you've noticed, but the mayor's a little overweight, so he's working on that. Right? Which is why I had to cut out caffeine this week. I think it's just let's see how much we can bug him.
Right. No, totally.
Okay, no caffeine, and then don't go to Wendy's ever either.
I've told him I can't go till June, so I have a little grace period.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you like test the waters. I'll check in, and then I'm gonna dive in.
We're looking forward to the 6 o'clock in the morning class at CrossFit with
me
you.
too.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how much.
I tend to go to the 7:15 because I can't quite do the 6 o'clock is hardcore for me to wake up and get there.
Beth Douglas has a question. She says, best wishes to the police officer who was injured downtown. Has the department done anything in response? More police on the downtown beat.
We've already done that. We have our community policing downtown too, and all of the emphasis of our on-patrol police is also in the core of the city. But this was more of a mental health incident between two juveniles who had been missing for a while, and the police officer found them, and she was injured fairly seriously in the apprehension. But look, we care a lot about what happens in our community, and certainly what happens with our police officers, and our hearts go out to her. But we feel pretty good about the safety in our community.
Very good. And following on that, we normally do our fire update as well. Are there any updates on the fire service?
Well, the new truck is now here and in service. Right? Mm-hmm. I ran into the chief twice today. I should have asked him more questions about what's going on. Right? But there's been some pretty serious fires in cities around us. Mm-hmm. We know Elmer had a fire, and the coffee shop in London in Wortley Village, and
very sad. Yeah,
we've been pretty good here in St. Thomas about not having fires that of that serious nature. So no, I've got nothing else to report on that one.
Mm-hmm. Right? So, and what about a health update? Any updates on the MRI?
Well, we are. I know that they've established a team to finish the fundraising for the MRI and get the MRI into St. Thomas Elgin General Hospital. And the foundation itself is having some great conversation. Well, one we could talk about, because I was talking with I'm meeting with the foundation in a week or two, so I'd like to give that update in the week following that. But we started working on the land at the new hospice this week.
Oh,
right?
wow.
The site plan is now done, and they're readying the property to start the construction this summer. Boy, I can't tell you how many years it's been. Three decades probably involved here in St. Thomas with hospice or moving forward on hospice. So it's really quite unique that we're now, it's started. What we've talked about, a 10-bed hospice for Elgin and St. Thomas, is now started.
It's incredible the number of things that are starting now in our community.
Yeah, well, we've started moving forward. We accepted our growth and are working hard at it. We get great news like the Volkswagen situation and what our future looks like. The future is bright. We're going to have to all start wearing sunglasses on the show. But it's great to see some of the things coming to fruition that weren't there. And we'll have some news in the next little while about the opening of the Queen Street housing project too. So look, we just keep moving forward in pretty good chunks. This city is, we're pretty happy. Sharon's come up with another guess.
1957, which is also not correct, which is unusual. Sharon Montgomery Anderson is the one who gets the questions
she's
first.
Usually way
I think
good.
she has like 6 entries in this month already that she's nailed.
Okay.
So,
well, great. So we know. Look, give her a minute. She'll get there, right, Sharon?
Yep.
She was mad when we said she was wrong the last time. She'll be mad again.
She
still likes us. Right? She just.
I hope so.
Right, yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
I think she's probably preparing her appeal to the judges that you're wrong. No. It's 1-800. Appeal Mayor's update. Anything happening with the bus service to Amazon Fulfillment Center? Well, Amazon hasn't started hiring staff yet, so there's no real need to get started. We're working hard with Mayor Jones from Southwold and reaching out to Amazon and Mayor Morgan from London. We'll be ready when they are, but they have yet to place an ad for staff or to start moving forward on any staffing in any huge way for the Amazon facility. When they do, we'll be there with them.
Any more updates on the sidewalks that are going in along where Parkside is, like Parkside Collegiate?
Yeah, we've got some construction going on Sunset again there. It's a safety piece that we know from Parkside School along the one side of the road where there was no sidewalk. So the sidewalks are going in there. A full lighted system is going in at the road in front of John Wise School and Parkside and Sunset, so we can stop cars. Buses can get out easier both ways because it'll be a traffic light, basically, is what's going in. Make crossing a lot safer to cross Sunset over to Shaw Valley and that side of the road. So construction has already started. I had someone talking to me today about the construction that I need to get back to, but lots of things going on in St. Thomas, and we at council also issued another more general, the fixing of sidewalks, the fixing of roads, $2 million worth of upgrades to the city of St. Thomas this year. So we've got lots of construction going on in our community. This year, like every other of this council and the council before, we've added an extra $500,000 in rebuilding of assets in our community. So, the downtown one is our biggest one, and it's a really expensive project too. So, but when you've got to do your Main Street, you've got to do your Main Street. So we're also looking at a good study came out. We're starting to look at the study about Highbury, certainly from Ron McNeil South to South Edgeware, and making it 4 lanes, or whether it needs to be 4 lanes. And of course, that's right along the new Volkswagen facility. So yes, we're looking at what does the city have to do there, and moving along.
We had a request for a debate about the chickens on the mayor's update.
Yeah.
So Tara McCulley, Councillor McCulley, was going to lead that, and we're looking for like a second person who's going to be like the counterpoint, because she's pro chickens. So we should look for someone who's going to be anti-chicken in the downtown core for a part of that debate.
Well, I don't think there would ever end up being a chicken in the downtown.
You don't think so?
Oh no, the bylaw that's being written, and maybe we should wait for the bylaw and the pilot study, requires yard space of meters on each side of your lot and the back of your lot for the chicken coop to be there. It will also require, we believe, permission from neighbors front, back, and side
To agree with it.
to agree that you can have chickens in your. So maybe we should wait for the bylaw and discuss the real. Here's what it is, and see from there. But I'd be happy to be on with Mayor McCulley, or I'd be happy to referee if we found someone else, right?
Yeah.
It's been about, in emails to me, about 50-50.
50-50?
Right? You know, and most people are worried about smell. Most people are worried about avian flu.
Right.
Right. And so, well, I'd like us to get all that data. The report's coming back to council. That's a full bylaw using about 4 or 5 other cities that do allow it. Right. We think it'd be a limit of 4 chickens, 4 hens. Right. No roosters.
Yeah, no
so there's
roosters.
No noise. Right?
Yeah.
But we're going to, so let's do that, right? As soon as that bylaw comes back, I think that's a great mayor's update conversation. But you have comments or questions now, we're always happy to answer them. So,
And we got some great guests coming up in May as well. So you guys are going to want to stay tuned, especially after there's something happening, and then we're going to be able to talk a lot more about something else that we've maybe talked a little bit about, which is pretty exciting. So you'll want to tune in next week to the mayor's update. We're coming to the end of our time here.
yeah.
But we've got a couple more minutes. If you have a quick question, you can throw them into the mayor.
Throw them in there. But wait, when did the last train run through St. Thomas?
Oh, we're still waiting on the answer. It's not 1957, and Chair Montgomery Anderson says half her family worked on the trains here in St.
Right.
Thomas. Now, my great grandfather also worked on the trains here, and I think a lot of people are connected to the railroads.
From this area, certainly. It was a great first job and a great lifetime job for many people
Phenomenal.
in St. Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm trying to look up, but I'm not going to get there in time.
To find the answer,
Yeah.
I've got the answer right here.
Oh, you have it.
Oh, I got it.
But I wanted to see if I could get right. Lots of progress behind the Memorial Center happening. Yes, as I said, I was walking the Whistle Stop Trail this weekend. There are still lots of land clearing and cleaning there. So I can't report anything other than preparing land for what could be the future, a lot of future housing in that area if we can get it done. But working hard over there. I was amazed at how much had been done.
And mini golf is going in by
Pinafore Park, yes,
as well,
and
which
I
is
saw
announced.
good construction there.
Yeah.
It's moving along quite a bit. Yes.
And Braxton's is becoming a steakhouse, so it's
Yes,
going to be
we
the
saw that.
1881 steakhouse, which is very exciting. I love steak, so I'm very excited to check it out.
I love meat, so let's. I'll give every place a couple of tries. Right.
100%.
And what I also don't do is go in the first day or the first week. Right. Because it's just, that's not fair to a restaurant. Most want a soft opening where they can have a few customers and not stress their staff out. So I'll give them a week or two before I go over and visit. But and by then, of course, we'll have a full update on one of our favorite social media sites as to whether it's good or bad. So
very excited for that. Okay, Beth Douglas is saying the history or the library history site says the last passenger service was in 1957. So you know what?
Why would the library history site be wrong?
Right. I tend to, our viewers are on top of the trivia. So, we're going to throw this back, but I'm going to throw this out to both Sharon and Beth. I'm going to enter you both in the draw for this month's
and
prizes.
we're going to say, hey, what was yours?
So it says 1967.
1967.
So we're going to fact check
this. There was
this.
one other train later.
Yeah. A decade later, there was a ghost train that had passengers on it.
Picked up passengers.
And yes, that's been documented.
We haven't seen them since. No.
It's very spooky. It's one of the world's unsolved mysteries. But on that note, we've got to run.
Right.
And
great to see you this week. Thank you for the questions we had. Well, every week we want to see all of you, and if you can, share this with your friends. Let them go up and watch what we've already done. Please watch any version of Mayor's Update, but specifically the one from this week.
Absolutely. Get involved and join the conversation. I love it. Like Beth Douglas was sharing places that open so we could share it. And sometimes we might know about it. We might forget about it. Let us know.
Let us know. We
so
will
we can
forget
share
about
it.
it.
Have a great week, everybody.